Well, we have back on the line Mr. Vin Martin Ilo. Remember, we had lost him during the interactive. But before I get back to him, a quick reminder that in the last few hours, the news is rife that a former Nigerian finance minister, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, has emerged as Director General of the World Trade Organization, WTO. But there is a twist to it, with the United States of America, USA, declining support for a consensus candidacy. All right, let's now have Mr. Vin Martin Ilo. Good morning, Mr. Ilo.
Good morning again.
Well, yes, nice to have you back.
Yeah.
Sorry for the disconnection. Okay,
Yeah.
I was asking. All right, I'll continue from where we left off.
Yeah, I was saying that it's unfortunate what is happening. It may delay things, and this has arisen from America's contempt for the rest of the world, especially under the Trump presidency. Well, what will happen now are two scenarios. One is that on 9th November, the members of WTO will meet again, where Nigeria's Okonjo-Iweala will be recommended for appointment. But between now and then, there'll be a lot of lobbying and discussions and conversations to see whether this can be resolved and a consensus candidate can emerge. But the constitution of the WTO also makes room for voting by members to also elect a director general. This has never happened in the last 25 years. But that may happen because a lot of countries, especially more than 100 countries that voted for Okonjo-Iweala, may decide to call off the bluff of the United States.
Okay.
And then vote for Okonjo-Iweala.
All right.
Another scenario is that they may delay the conversation on November 9th for a later date when a new president may emerge in the United States, making it possible for that decision to be reconsidered.
All right. Now, should she finally emerge as the DG of the World Trade Organization, what would the appointment portend for Nigeria, Africa, and the developing world at large?
Well, first of all, it will bring about the revival of multilateralism in the WTO, because that has been an issue which actually led to the resignation of Brazil's Azevedo, who quit after years of frustration on WTO reform. Number two, it would be a better deal for developing countries and economies who feel that they've not had a proper voice in WTO affairs. It will also reform trade and patent rules that allow the distribution of life-saving vaccines. And when you talk about vaccines, you talk about COVID-19. That will also help. And it will also give opportunity to push Africa's plan, world's largest free trade area, talking about the productive and market opportunities that are available in the continent. So if this ever happens, this will be a win-win situation for a country like Nigeria, developing countries, and Africa in general.
All right, now looking at the events, how would you describe Nigeria's diplomatic ties with the global community?
I think Nigeria has done well. Today, as we speak, we have more than 6 Nigerians occupying international positions at the United Nations, at the International Criminal Court, at the African Development Bank, at the Food and Agriculture Organization, or UN Global Compact. If you remember what happened getting a second term for Akinwumi Adesina, that will tell you that Nigeria is in good stead. And in this election, or the activities of WTO and coming to the election of Okonjo-Iweala, more than 100 countries, which includes the African bloc, the European bloc, Japan, China, are all lining up behind Okonjo-Iweala. That tells you that Nigeria is doing something right at that global level.
All right.
And I think we're enjoying. We're in good stead. We're in good stead.
All right, Mr. Ilo, many thanks for sharing your thoughts with us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Diplomatic analyst there, Mr. Vin Martin Ilo. Mr.